Hey, it's Leah Rae from ToddandLeahRae.com. So you need to generate leads or sales for your business online, but honestly, you don't have time to be messing around with social media all day long. Well, you need a more automated solution. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you my top 3 marketing automated strategies to help you save time, so stick around. In this video, we're going to dive into my top 3 marketing automation strategies. But before we get into all that, I want to make sure to tell you to subscribe to our channel here for online business automation strategies, everything from marketing, lead generation, and sales to help you make money online. So whether you have a home-based business online, you work in real estate, financial services, or really virtually any business under the sun these days, in today's day and age, you really need an online presence in order to generate leads and sales for your business. Well, the problem for most entrepreneurs is that they're busy running their business, right? They've got all of the other things that they need to do in their business, so they don't have a ton of time to focus on building their online presence and generating the leads and their sales online. Now, there's definitely the solution of simply hiring an agency. They just give it to them and they can take care of it. And if you have it in your budget, you can definitely do that. It's great depending on where you are in the stage of your business, how much money you have to spend. One caveat with hiring an agency is to do your due diligence. Check them out thoroughly. Get examples from previous clients. Really dig around online yourself before you spend the money, because you're going to spend a lot of money doing this, working with an agency. And I've unfortunately seen a lot of really bad marketing that has cost people a lot of money when they've outsourced it completely. So do your due diligence. Don't just hand it off to the first person that says they can do it. Really, really research it. Research the company and the results that they've gotten for other people so that you know you're making a wise decision if you do hire out. Now, if you aren't at the stage in your business or interested in just hiring out an agency, you can start focusing on automated marketing strategies that are really leveraged and are just created in a way to help you save time. Now, Facebook is our number one automation strategy that we use for generating leads and things for business. Facebook is really, really good for marketing. Now, it's a bit more advanced. It's honestly, I don't suggest getting involved with a Facebook unless you're ready to run ads. If you're not ready to run ads, then the automation side of Facebook just doesn't really work, okay? There's really no, what we would call organic engagement. If you have a Facebook business page and you've got a bunch of likes on it, they say 6% of people that have liked your page are going to see a post, but in reality, the numbers that we're seeing are more like 1% or less than 1% of the people who've liked your page will ever see a post that in their timeline show up. So it's very, very low engagement. You have to be ready to do ads, and Facebook ads are amazing. However, you can waste a lot of time and money on them if you don't know what you're doing. So if you want to do Facebook ads, okay, I would definitely either hire someone to do your Facebook ads, and there's very specific people that aren't just marketing agencies, but they're actually just Facebook. Facebook's their game. Those are the type of people you want to work with. They know the platform inside and out, and get you really good results. Now, that's typically pretty expensive and might not be in your budget. You may yourself be interested in running the ads yourself, or maybe you have a family member, kid, friend, someone, an employee that will help you with this. Awesome. But you definitely want whoever is going to do this to have gone through some really good, thorough training, not just a quick, short YouTube video, because there's a lot of caveats, there's a lot of pitfalls and traps people can fall into when they get into paid advertising on Facebook. So you definitely want to know what you're doing before you throw money in it. Now, there's a few different things you can do with Facebook ads. So you can run ads just simply to collect email addresses for people who are likely to be interested in your product or service or whatever it is that you offer. So you can generate leads, you can collect emails to build your email list. Now, an email list is incredibly leveraged. You write an email, you hit send, and you can reach hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people very, very quickly, and it's really effective. It is kind of a skill that you learn over time working on email marketing, but it's awesome. It's a really good way to continue to build that relationship and rapport with potential customers, and to, serve them and get to know your customer base and get people who are coming to you when they are actually ready to buy, people you can tell about your deals and things that are happening in your industry and what's going on. Email marketing is awesome. Now, email marketing is awesome, but email marketing 10 years ago was crazy awesome, and it worked really, really easy and well. Email marketing today is a bit different. Your open rates, so the percentage of people that actually open your emails, in today's day, it's much lower. People, they're used to being spammed a bunch of promotional stuff all the time, and they don't necessarily open them. So open rates are low, 10, maybe 15%, if you have a decent list of people that you're emailing. That's kind of what you're looking at. So it's really a numbers game. You want to build that list as big as you can, and then talk to them regularly so they get used to you, and give them value, things that they're interested in learning, and speaks to, say you're an HVAC company, right? You could give tips on, fall's coming, make sure you have your vents cleaned, and make sure that you close all your vents underneath your house, like all of these sorts of things that would speak to your target audience. It would build that goodwill to your potential customer and get them ready to purchase from you when they're ready for a service. Okay, so email marketing is awesome. Now, what's a really cool thing you can do with Facebook is you can actually run ads to build a list that you market to through Facebook Messenger. So in Messenger, where you actually chat with your friends and your family, you can actually, as a business page, send out broadcast messages to thousands, tens of thousands, tons and tons and tons of people very easily. And the open rates in Messenger are like 90%. So compare that 90% to open rates, 10 to 15% or so in email. It's a world apart. Now, it's not quite there's some downfalls, okay? Messenger, those people, it works really, really well, but you don't only want to build a business with Messenger bots. You consider Messenger bots, the actual services that you use to message these people. You don't want to build a business just using that as your main thing, because in reality, you're completely reliant on Facebook. You could spend thousands of dollars and build a great list that you're messaging and you're getting sales and everything from in Facebook Messenger. However, if Facebook decides they don't like you for some reason, they could shut you down tomorrow, and then what are you going to do in your business, right? So you don't want to set yourself up. You want to be smart on what you do. Use it, but don't rely solely on it, okay? But Messenger bots are really sweet. Now, you can also, with Facebook ads, you can just direct them to your website. And you see this the most with shopping websites, right? E-commerce type stuff, where they're showing little videos or clips or images of their products. Like for me, I like, looking at clothes. And so I'll see in my timeline in Facebook, I see all of these nice clothes, and I can, swipe through and see a bunch of clothes, and then I can hit the shop now button, and it actually takes me to their store to purchase. So especially if you're in the shopping world, that works really good, right? Just ads promoting, showing off the product and sending them to purchase. It works really good. Now, if you think Facebook is your jive, you're ready to tackle it, awesome. I am going to throw it in, not at the top of the description, guys, but lower in the description. I'll throw in some resources that you can plug into for training, because don't try to dive into Facebook ads without training. You'll get really frustrated. You'll waste a lot of time and a lot of money, and no one wants to do that. So definitely check out some good training if you want to get into the Facebook ads world. Now, strategy number 2. This might surprise you, but Twitter. Twitter is awesome for small businesses of all kinds. Twitter rocks because you can reach your entire audience who's online whenever you tweet, whenever you send out a message. Now compare that with Facebook. Remember I said less than, they say 6%, but really you're looking at like 1% or less of people, your audience who've liked your page, are going to see your post when you post on Facebook as a business. When you're on Twitter as a business and you tweet, you post, 100% of your audience, the people that follow you, they're going to see that in their news feed. How cool is that? It's powerful. You can get a ton of people to view your messages about your business and what you have to offer them through Twitter, and that is really cool. Now, you might be a little turned off or nervous about Twitter because you hear about, people tweeting all the time, and it doesn't have to be that way. You can do Twitter really, really smart, and you can automate about 100% of what you do on Twitter. Now, it does take some tools, right? If you do want to go the automation route, which we highly suggest, there's some really basic, cheap tools that you can set up. It takes some time to set it up, but then you can kind of set it and forget it, right? It's a really, really nice resource because you put in the time, you set it up, you let it run. You're tweeting all the time, you're connecting with new people following you, you're growing a targeted audience. A huge targeted audience. It's going to start off slow, right? With 0, but very quickly, when you have good strategy behind you, that when you're following people, you're building this audience of really targeted folks who are interested or likely to be interested in what your offer is. You can go to hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands pretty quickly on Twitter, and that is sweet. You can also scale up pretty easily on Twitter, leveraging some different strategies. You can scale. So say you get things working and you're generating 5-10 leads a day on Twitter, then you can apply those strategies and tweak some things, and you can scale that up to, say, 32 leads a day, right? You can do some really cool stuff with that. Twitter is still a very active platform. There's about 330 million monthly active users on Twitter. So there's a lot of action going on Twitter. And for small business, it's really the place to be. It's one of the best places to get started because you can reach your audience. You can get your message out in front of them in a way that you're never going to do without a huge advertising budget and skill on Facebook or some of those other platforms. So Twitter definitely deserves your attention. It has done really good things for our business personally, and so we really like it. We actually put together a training. I'm going to add it in. I'm going to actually give you guys a lot of training options today because we're talking about several different topics that you can really dive deeper into. So if you want to explore what you can do with Twitter, how you can generate up to 32 leads a day without paid advertising on Twitter, I'm going to put the link further down in the description. I'm going to have a section there, and I'll put the Twitter link, right? The Twitter training. So we put together this webinar, great training on Twitter that's really going to help you. We go through examples of exactly what to post, how to set up your account, all kinds of great stuff that's really going to help you just crush it on Twitter. Now, number 3, Instagram. Instagram is one of the hottest and fastest growing social media platforms out there today. It's insane how quickly this thing is growing. It is currently at 800 million monthly members. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of active users. That's a ton. Now, currently, just so you kind of understand the demographics, because depending on who your clientele and customer base is, this may make you focus on this sooner than Twitter, make that distinction of where you want to focus your time. Currently, the demographic on Instagram is highly female and like Gen X and lower, like under 40. Okay. It's very large percentage of people in those generations and females are on Instagram, but it is growing across the board with all generations and with men as well. So just know that, because if you have a very female heavy product or service, then you definitely take a really close look at Instagram. Now with Instagram, if you want automation, you want to save time, you can automate basically all of Instagram if you want. Now, what we suggest for Instagram is actually automating most of Instagram. So automating the busy work that actually takes people, when you hear about people spending all day on their phones, on social media, that kind of stuff is what you automate. Okay. All of the ways to grow your account and things that people do, automate all of that. And then post. If you can put, we got some good training we're going to give you, but you can really post on Instagram in about 30 seconds a day. And the biggest brands on Instagram are posting only about 5 times a week. So I think you might be able to handle that. It's a really good strategy that even if you're doing it manually, partially manually or fully manually, not automating any of it, you can create a massive audience and growth and generate leads and generate sales for your business in just a few minutes a day. So that is powerful. And with kind of on a side note, if you feel personally that you're just not a techie person and technology in general kind of intimidates you a bit, Instagram is where I would start. It's a slower paced platform. It's very simple. It's not busy, and you can really do some cool stuff with it. So that's another good thing about Instagram. Tip, if you do want to work with Instagram, I'll let you know, write this down, Word Swag. SWAG, Word Swag. It's an app you can get on iPhone or Android, and it is an awesome app that allows you to create really cool images with text and things, and I love it, and it allows you to create great posts in a few seconds. So that is my tip for you on Instagram. Write that down. Make sure to use that app because it's really good. I think it's not free, but it's like $4 or $3, and it's the best $4 or $3 that you've ever spent on your business because it's going to save you a lot of time. So definitely check that out. Now, with Instagram, it's very similar to Twitter. Over time, you're going to be growing a targeted, very large audience, right? You're going to get eventually, if you're consistent with it and you have it all set up and you keep it running, you're going to, get into the tens of thousands and eventually hundreds of thousands of audience. And that's exciting. That's a long-term asset that you can market to over and over and over again. That's a really leveraged strategy and something that's going to help you build your business long-term, not just short-term. So I really like that. One cool little feature or strategy that people use within Instagram is called contests. You can actually run contests on Instagram and get other people to advertise for you. How cool is that, right? So there's some really cool stuff about Instagram, what it's currently doing, and even where it's going. It's growing rapidly. It's changing, and it's really taking on. It's becoming a really core part of pop culture in particular, but it's got a huge marketing potential, and it's not going anywhere. So if you want, you have a vision of your business and where you want to be 5, 10, 15 years from now, you definitely want to get your online presence started for Instagram because it's only getting bigger and bigger. Okay. So, in the links with trainings, guys, I will include a training you can check out for Instagram. We've put together a few of those. We'll throw one of those in there for you so you can dive a little bit more deeper into how to set up your profile, what kind of images and things to post, how to do all of that. All right. Now, if you are all about automation and leverage, like we are in our business, it honestly doesn't get better than having a fully online business. Now, we realize that may be a whole new world for you. So we put together a full training that explains all of the different types of online businesses, how they work, what they are, what's involved with them, and how you can fully automate sales from lead generation all the way through to sales with your customers with our social media sales automation training. Now, that's going to be the very top link in the description, guys, because that is an awesome training. We just put it together, and it's really going to help people who are not familiar with how the online world works. What's really out there? How do you actually set up online businesses? What different types of businesses are there? And how do you set up something that's going to work on your own? So if you're still working a brick and mortar business, or you're still working a full-time job, or you've got kids or whatever, you're able to create an income stream that's automated online, which to me, automated income doesn't get better than that. So I hope you got some awesome value from this video. If you did, make sure to like the video for me. Throw in a comment. Let me know where you're starting, where you're going to focus for your business. What of these strategies speaks to you the most? Throw in any questions that you have. We'll make sure to answer those for you. Share this to your favorite social media platform and subscribe for more awesome automated business leverage strategies, from leads generations to traffic and sales. The whole kit and caboodle will help you make money online.